Welcome back everyone to our Let's Play series of TransRoad USA. So where we left off in our last video is we set up everybody on a recurring contract with the exception of our dry trailers, which we simply don't have enough of these right now to reasonably think we're going to get a recurring deal for them. Possible, but not all that likely at this point. So they're working on that 50 trips, and I told you guys that we would start our next video. I would simply let the game run until we got a special contract that appeared, and it has appeared. So it didn't take all that long that I had to let the game run, maybe a few minutes. So it wasn't very long at all. You can see here by October 2nd as to how long it's been in game time, but one appeared over here in DC. So let's take a look and see what it's got. Oh, okay. So this one's not going to be all that lucrative for us. Only 2 contracts, 2 trips, and 2 trips. So not that big a deal, but they're coming from Miami and from Indy. All right, so, well, the most we're going to need for this is 4 trucks. So, all right, and it starts on the 10th. So let's go ahead and accept that. Naturally, we're going to accept that. And let's prepare for this. Let's get, where are they? So that's going to be them. Actually, Indy to San Fran. Wow, that is going to be a long trip. And I'm trying to decide. That's 8 days. I don't know that we're going to have enough time. Let's just go ahead and cancel this. Let's see, where are these guys? All right, we've got several. Okay, they're on their way back anyway. So we might as well let them come on back. But that tells me we're not going to have enough time because that's such a long trip over to San Fran. Okay, let's go ahead and cancel this out. Fortunately, no cancellation costs, so we'll just get that done. All right, so Miami and Indy. Well, the good news is these guys are going to be headed to Miami anyway. All right, who do we have in Memphis? All right, we have nobody. That's going to be our best bet to get to Miami. Let's see. Well, I guess we could go Charlotte as well. Actually, Charlotte may be our best bet. All right, wow, these guys are going to Portland. Yikes. Okay, we got to get them over to Charlotte. At least a couple of them anyway. I don't want them in Portland. So let's bring them over to Memphis. All right, scroll, drag, scroll, drag. There we go. Don't need them over in Portland. So that'll get them over to Memphis. We'll have a couple in Indy, which is what we're going to need because that's where one of the contracts is coming from. And then a couple in Charlotte, again, which is what we're going to need. And I think, generally, from what I've seen, the special contracts are really good about giving you plenty of time to get this completed. We're going to have a full week there. And I don't think this is going to be a particular issue for us to get it done. So now we're going to let things fast forward. And we'll just keep making some money along the way. It's a shame I had to stop that recurring contract when I did. But I just didn't feel comfortable that we were going to have enough time for those guys to head back over here to Indy and then back over to the West Coast and then get back again before I needed those guys on this special contract. So no big deal. The good news is, I mean, before all of this stuff started, we had what, like 21 million in the bank account, and of course they, took 9 million away, and we're basically very close to being back to where we were before all that started. Not that that was the point to begin with. It wasn't really about the money. But the good news is, all right, let's see. We've got all of our, let's go ahead and use number 5 here. Yeah, so all 5, we got 1 in Memphis. And then the rest are in Indy. So let's look for another good deal coming out of Indy for the dry trailer. All right, I like it. Another 50 trip deal. So we will take that. Okay. So that'll get these guys back on the road again. Okay, there we go. And I'm just going to let the rest of these reefer trailers sit still for a little bit while we get ourselves through this special contract, just to keep them all together. All right, economy stabilizing. I mean, these dump trailers, I haven't even thought about them in so long that it's unreal. I mean, it's once you get these recurring deals, for me, I just basically forget about them, which is what I'm trying to do. I mean, you just makes things a little easier, takes care of some of the micromanagement. So yeah, it's been a long time since I've even thought about these guys. And this is pretty much the perfect setup. As we're almost to our time, I mean, we've got return loads. Oh, that is nice when you get the backhaul. All right, there we go. We are now on the 10th. Let's get our contract pulled up and ready to go. All right, so 2 trips, and wow, each of these are just simply 1 truck deals. So that makes it even better because, again, in Charlotte, we got a little bit of a drive down here to Miami to pick up this load. So let's go ahead and pull both of these onto the same schedule. Okay, we'll do that. And now we'll take our 2 guys in Charlotte and have them head down to Miami. And then our 2 guys that are in Indy, we'll go ahead and get started. And we should have this knocked out pretty quick, and then we can see what's next on the list. We don't need this anymore, since we can fit everything on one schedule. All right, you can see our guys coming down to Miami. All right, so that's our first visit to Miami, and we get a rank. So I think this is, I think this is the highest rank up to Tycoon. 10 more depots are purchasable. Of course, at this point, there's only 1 more, I think, that we don't have that's actually available. And then our final trailer concession is now available, at least if the career mode allows it. I'm not even sure if we need the career mode to do that for us. But the only one that I was aware of was, where was it? It was over here somewhere. Can we scroll? There we go. And where was that? Well, now I've forgotten where it was. But there was 1 more that was available. I don't know. I've forgotten. We'll just let things ride because what we're really interested in right now is this special contract and getting that bad boy done. Okay, 1 of them out of the way. And we should be getting the other one here momentarily. Where are these guys? Here they come. So here's our first delivery and then our second delivery right after it. So it's time for Billy to make another appearance.
Great. We managed the special contract successfully.
Good job, Billy.
Fantastic. We've received a payment bonus for the special contract.
There are still a couple of things to do before you can perform a takeover of Gordon Fox Trucking.
All right.
Any prospective buyer needs to have a certain monthly profit. This is to guarantee that all assets taken over can be continued properly. Well, that sounds sensible, at least.
I think Maria is starting to be on my wavelength a little bit with the way she's wording things.
It says that your monthly profit has to amount to the following sum, minimum.
All right, no problem. We'll dwarf that.
We have to make that much? Oh, man.
Come on, Billy. You got to pay attention, my man. Now, I know it shows that -4 million. That's a nice, clever trick by the developers of the game because it's quite obvious that that's not our monthly profit. But given the timing of all of this, it shows the negative because of that huge extortion payment that we had here recently. So well played, developers. Well played.
In order to keep our profits up, we need to remember
stretching
that
out this
loans and
career mode as
purchases or
long
sales
as you
of trucks
can.
and trailers don't count towards our monthly profit.
Not a problem. So we need to make... All right, I wonder how quickly this is going to be able to get done. And the reason I say it that way is because as soon as we flip over, then this 500 grand is going to be a complete non-issue. So there's nothing special we need to do there. So now we'll just focus for right now on getting these guys back to work. All right, so we've got, let's see, we got 5 in Memphis and 4 in DC. Okay, so kind of spread out. All right, let's see what we've got in Memphis for, once again, a recurring deal if possible. Let's scroll through these recurring deals real quick. And, oops. Yeah, we got on the right one. My brain told me for just a second there that we might not actually be on the correct trailer. Okay, nice 50 trip deal there if we can't find anything else. Wow, 15 trucks. Yikes. All right, 6 truck deal from Memphis. All right, let's just take this. That's as close as we can get to a recurring deal, and actually they're more profitable most of the time anyway. Okay. There we go. Let's get these guys loaded up. And we'll get back on the business of making some money. So this is a 6 truck deal. We've got 9 trucks on it, so we're going to have no issues there, even though we've got a few of our trucks that are going to have to do a long drive before they can even get started. All right, and I'll just keep an eye on this quest line. Again, really all we need is that one, what was it, $9.9 million payment to just drop off the books for that 1 month, and then we'll be back on our way. So it's not going to be a huge deal. All right, so we should have nobody idle for a little while. Okay, so we're almost back up to 20 million again. All right, and everybody's on a recurring deal. Oh, we've got a pause here. What happened? Game crash? Nope, we're good. We're back. Just a brief pause in the game. Must have been doing some calculations. And we're all set. All right, so I'm going to actually pause the game here, and I will be back here momentarily as soon as we've gotten this part worked out. All right, so we're getting to the point where the calendar is about to swap over to November, which should take care of this issue. Of course, I don't know exactly how long it's going to force us to keep that up, but we'll see. But at least we're about at that point where it's going to roll over. Let's see, what are we going to get now that we've got? Yeah, we got 4 more loads to deliver there, and then we've got all of our dry trailers. We need to get them back on the road if we can. Well, I've been noticing some huge numbers of trucks required in some of these contracts. It's kind of mind-boggling, honestly, because the game keeps you to such a low number of trucks overall. I mean, we've only got 60, and granted, we don't own all of the depots, but, you know, I mean, some of these contracts that require like 17 or 20 trucks. It's like, how are you going to do that unless that's all you have, you know, or mostly what you have in your fleet? It's not really all that realistic to think that you're going to be able to take very many of those. All right, come on, give me something I can use here. Indy to... Yeah, I think that'll work. Let's make sure all of our guys are in Indy, right? Yes. All right, so that'll work. Let's try 5 trips, okay. Of course, I like the 15 trips better just because it's more trips. Oh, and I really like this. Too many trucks, though. 2 truck. Okay, I like this one simply because it's more trips. That'll keep these guys busy for a little while. There we go. Get these guys back on the road. And then, let's see. Well, we're not quite done with this particular contract. Yep, there we go. Now we are. And let's let this go ahead and roll over. There we go. We
I'm
had
amazed.
the small sum
You
of
did it
$6.5
again.
million.
You may actually be a better trucking company boss than driver, you know that? Pal, all joking aside, we still need to work towards taking over Gordon Fox.
Correct. There's another client relationship that you need to outperform. It's the Pacific airports, and, as the name suggests, they are located along the Pacific coast.
All right, Pacific airports, got it. All right, so Pacific airports, we need to get them up to reputation level of 50, which would be level 4. All right, let's go see what they're all about. I think, did it tell me? Yeah, Seattle. I was thinking Seattle and San Fran. Now, Seattle is by far going to be the easier one because we have Portland nearby that we can store some vehicles in. And so let's see. Let's zoom in here. So we need the airport. There we go. Pacific airports. Let's see. What can we deliver there? All right, we've got dry goods. Okay, we could, let's see. All right, we could take this one. All right, so we've got a few of those that we could do for the dry trailer. And let's see, what about the reefer trailer? Okay, we could do this one. That would be nice. A recurring deal that would just sort of, you know, roll its way on through until. And then a couple of other things that we could do. That may be our best bet there. So a 20-trip deal, of course, the recurring deal. I'm inclined to take the recurring deal. And let's take a quick look. Yeah, I didn't think we were going to get any of the other trailer types. All right, so that tells me that really I think we're going to do this one with the reefer trailers. And so now let's get the reefer trailers over here, first and foremost. So I'm going to try to get as many as I can in Portland, and then we'll try to go, I guess Bismarck will be the other closest one to it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that'll get all we can do there. And then the other 3 will simply take over here to Bismarck. Okay, now let's let the game move right along. And we'll wait till these guys get over here. And while we're doing that, looks like fuel price went down. That's even more money in our pocket. We're up almost to 24 million now. So the money is flowing quite nicely. Oh, and another special contract. We're not going to deal with this. Number one, it's not enough money. And number two, we're sort of using those trailers right now. All right, so this recurring deal, which has disappeared. That's all right. We still got, let's see, a 10 contract deal and a 20. So 4 and 4. Okay, so we're going to be fine. Trying to see how close to completing this we're going to be with just the 6 that are nearby. All right, so we got a little bit of time. Okay, we get our guys should be. Where are they at? Oh, I think I see them. Here they come. They're on their way, but boy, does it take a while. All right, so there's one. And then, all right, here's the rest of the bunch headed to Portland. And who do we have in Bismarck? Are they already there? They are. Okay, excellent. They've already made it to Bismarck. And let's keep the time moving along. Okay, so this will be schedule number 1. All right, here we go. And something that we might want to do here, actually, is let's run a marketing campaign. Let's just go ahead and try that. I completely forgot about this for the most part. And it doesn't really matter to me. Let's just do it for 4 weeks. It's not going to cost us very much of anything. So we'll go ahead and do that. I mean, there's still, tons of upgrades we could do in that, but realistically, it really hasn't mattered to us. I mean, it could get you there quicker in upgrading some of these customers, so there's no doubt it's useful, but for me, it's just not something I found all that needed. All right, let's see, what do we have? So we got 15 trips to Seattle. Okay, that's from Helena to Seattle. And then Portland to Seattle. I like this one because it's very nearby. And we'll take that. So it's only a 4-trip deal. Okay, excellent. Excellent. But we're going to try to ride this pretty hard and get as many trucks on this and get this stuff done as quickly as we can. Since we got all these trucks. Let's see, that's 4. And let's go ahead and put 5 on that one. And what about this other deal that we had? That one's an 8-truck deal. 2 trips, 20 trips, 7 trucks. Okay, so we're not going to have enough trucks for that. I tell you what, let's just do this. So that's 2 trips. So we'll go ahead and put 2 trucks on that one. And then the final 2 trucks we'll just drop on the initial one. And that way we'll keep them all on the same schedule. And we should be able to get this thing done pretty quick. And of course we'll double the reputation bonus because of our marketing strategy. And wow, how about that? That was pretty quick. All right, so we're up to 4. Out of 50. And then we'll see what this 20-trip contract gets us. Should be a nice little sum. And then once we get done with that one, you can see these guys, this is so close nearby that forget about the money. This is all about time and the number of trips. And oh, we're almost there. One more. Okay, there we go. All right, what did that do? That got us to 16, which is not quite as much as I was hoping we were going to get out of that. All right, but no big deal there. All right, so we got Bismarck, and yeah, so that's what I figured was going to happen. All right, come on. Can I get it? There we go. Had to draw all the way in. All right, so this one is a 5-truck deal. 5-truck deal on this one, both of them. Okay, wow, that's very nice. That is actually a 50-trip deal, but it's only for 3 trucks. I think we can actually get this done real quick. All right, let's back out here. And let's get going on this one. So we're going to get these guys. They'll have to take a U-turn, head on back. So once again, we're going Portland to Seattle, so a very, very close proximity. Reminds me of the early game whenever we were dealing with all these contracts around Augusta. All right, so here we go. You can see these guys are going to knock this out real quick. It's just like Augusta to Boston, basically, early game that we were doing. So it brings back some memories on that. So 10, 11, 12, 13. I mean, these guys are knocking it out. So we're at 16 right now. And let's just keep this bad boy up there and see, because this is going to be done pretty quick. And then we'll see what the career mode's got in store for us next. So we're basically halfway done at this point. I know we've got some dry trailers just sitting there not doing a whole lot right now, but I'm not terribly worried about them. This is all about the career mode right now. All right, almost to 40. There we go. Boy, look at all the mountains in this area. Wow. All right, here we go. And we're done. So that got us up to 30. All right. Let's see what's next. I actually would have thought it got us more than that. All right, so we'll keep at it. Let's see what's next. We've got... Ooh, look at that. New York City to Seattle. That is a trip. That is a trip. All right, as much as I love everything about that, I may end up doing that one, but boy, that's going to take a while to get us where we need to be. So I think our best bet is probably just to keep going with these. Portland to Seattle. These are so close. All right, let's just get these bad boys back on the road, making us some money, and opening up this career mode. Okay, almost done. And there we go. So we're at 30 out of 50. And these guys, as they spring back into action. All right, we're now up to about 25 million in the bank. All right, and this contract will be over here momentarily. There we go. Let's go ahead and pause the game there. And so now we're up to 40 out of 50, so that kind of gives us an idea of how much longer this is going to take. And let's see, do we have any more? Oh, come on now, you can do better than that. Just that. Okay, all right, that is a huge deal anyway, money-wise. So we'll go ahead and take this one. It'll take us a little bit longer to get this one done. But we'll take that one. And once again, we'll get everybody on this deal. Try to knock it out as soon as we can. All right, so it won't be long now. All right, let's try to zoom out a little bit so we can see our guys headed up and down the coast here. All right, LA. Let's go ahead and close out a couple of these menus. All right, there we go. So 15 more trips, and I think that's going to do it for us. And we'll move on and see what Billy's got in store for us next. Or who knows, maybe Gordon Fox has got something in store for us next. We'll have to see. One thing I know we haven't done yet is we haven't purchased the car trailers. We haven't done that. So we need to get that concession and do that. But I'm sure that'll come along at some point. At this point, though, we don't really have anywhere to put them. I'm going to have to start selling existing trucks and trailers in order to do that. So I'm not terribly excited about doing that. But, you know, again, it just kind of is what it is at this point. All right, here we go. More salary increases. Everybody wants an increase in salary. All right, 11 out of 15. Looks like this may do it with the trucks that are on their way right now. There's 14 and 15. There we go. So that gets us to 50 out of 50.
We've completed your last task. What else is there to do?
Let's see. You're almost there. You already managed to fulfill a lot of the requirements. You still need to achieve the final rank of Tycoon, though.
Way ahead of you.
Okay, that should be easy.
And you need to establish a special relationship with some car factories.
There we go.
Car factories. Those are the top-notch clients for us truckers. Cars are the most valuable freight, and car factories have the highest reputation requirements.
Boy, Billy got excited with that one. Car factories. I mean, he'd been waiting for this.
But there seem to be even more regulations with these clients. Not only do you need to take them away from Gordon Fox, you need to guarantee them a certain workload.
Meaning?
Okay, I see. Well, seems doable. Shall we start? In order to deliver car contracts, we need a car trailer license. For that, we need to advance to the last rank of tycoon.
I hope I'm not interrupting, but I decided to make things a little more interesting. I contacted all the national marketing distributors and convinced them not to work with you anymore.
That's nice of you, Mr. Fox.
You did what?
You heard me. You won't be able to launch any more marketing campaigns, and this won't be the last time you hear from me.
Wow. You know, it's almost as if we had just a little bit of foresight and we recorded any of this stuff he is saying.
Can he really do that? I guess he can. Man, what does he have on these people? He really needs to be taken down.
He's already been taken down. If you'll notice how much he's worth at this point, we dwarf him, so none of this makes any sense. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. So instead of 50, you have to get these up to 70, so that's not a huge deal there. We'll just, it'll just take a little bit more time. And the marketing deal really isn't that big a deal because I haven't used it in forever until here recently, and I only did that just because I happened to think of it. So, all right, so no big deal there. That's not gonna kill anything. So we have to unlock hatch manufacturing. Boy, that's a mouthful. And they're in Seattle. And then economy cars located in Detroit. Okay, so Detroit, Dallas, Seattle. So we've got some options here, but we're running out of time for this video. So that gives us a clear plan of where we need to go moving forward. We'll keep some trucks out here on the West Coast and probably have to deal with Bismarck and Portland as our depots there. And then we've got Detroit and Dallas so that we can come back over here and use all of our other depots that are nearby those locations to keep us up and moving. So at least we've got a clear path. We've already reached the tycoon rank, so that's a non-issue. We'll be able to purchase the new concession and a lot of good things going forward. So Gordon Fox, we're just sort of ignoring him for right now. But I got a feeling he's going to do something else nasty that's going to make me very unhappy in the near future. But until then, we're going to keep marching forward. Thank you very much for joining me, and stay tuned more next time for our Let's Play series of TransRoad USA.